What?
Just, we want to make sure this is the right room.
Exactly.
What's really going on?
It's just one bed.
Mm-hmm. And we don't want to share beds.
I never understood that.
Yeah, I mean, women share beds like all the time. It doesn't make us lipstick lesbos.
Right, though I'm sure in their heads it's more like,
I'm gonna be the new king of everybody. Gonna throw a big I'm the new king party.
Snap out of it.
I'm just saying it's not the same.
Why?
Morning wood.
Really?
that's it?
Well, it's just a little weird to wake up next to a dude being like a raging hard on.
I didn't know you were so homophobic.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
To be fair, I've seen both of those, and I wouldn't describe them as raging.
What?
The 5-year was an overall excellent experience at a time when I didn't think I was capable of having an excellent experience on a film set again. And the movie really did come immediately after the blow up that we talked about on the last Beautiful Girl episode. And I really had this idea for a script that kind of completed a sort of a trilogy almost of kind of where I wanted to go with drama, where I had done Last Beautiful Girl, which was about that relationship that I talked about. And then Disassociationville is about like families. And I wanted to do one about the nature of friendship and really modeled after a movie that I love, The Big Chill. And I'm not going to run from the idea that I'm influenced directly by movies that definitely inspire me to make a movie somewhat similar. And The Big Chill really was that.
Hey, Pops.
Hey, Pam. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good. So, honey, would you do me a huge favor and take me to the back room and fuck the shit out of me?
What?
You heard me. Let's go.
That's what led to the 5-year. And I also did it as a got to get back on the horse movie. I credit Nathan for showing up and not letting me give up. I credit Jason Tostovan for talking me down. I think our longest actual phone conversation to date happened in the immediate aftermath of the Last Beautiful Girl incident. And I don't think that I would have gotten back on the horse. And what came out of it was, again, one of the most successful, outside of Deville, the most successful film we made. A movie that was just consistently playing actual festivals with actual audiences and played for 18 months. The movie is about a 5-year reunion, and it takes place at the end of a wedding reception. This group of friends that hadn't been together in 5 years, and they decide that they are going to keep the party going, as it were. The production part of it was so much fun because we shot a lot of stuff that happened before. Jason was on set, which was so great. And in a really funny scene that pays off much later, but we get to see kind of a little bit of fun with one of the more heavily weighted characters in the film.
You know, Lieutenant, even on a day like this, it's really important to stay in uniform.
Yes, sir.
And then we had Eric Adair in to shoot. We had Janet Mason in to shoot. And then we all kind of went to this lake house. And outside of the fact that making a movie is hard, and so sometimes tensions do run, overall, it was a blast of an experience. It was like summer camp. We were living where we were shooting. So we would wake up in the morning, we'd cook breakfast, everything was stocked, we would eat, we would shoot. And because we were already there and the gear was already there, I really misunderestimated, to quote George W. Bush, how long it would take to shoot a scene. And so we were wrapping the day incredibly early. And so we would then, as a group, truck down to the Gnarly Gar after cooking dinner together. We would have some drinks, we would midnight swimming, we would do it over and over again. We did that for 10 days. And it was so much fun and so much talent. And it did result in something amazingly positive out of something that at the time was devastating.
What's going on?
Anyone else's husband you want to flirt with?
What? I wasn't flirting.
Pops, tell your sister.
You tell me if you have a problem with me. I'm not a little girl.
I just think, Bex, that, with that whole thing and then, you and Matt, it's probably just before things get worse.
The thing with me and Matt?
Yeah, I just want you to be careful. I mean, he's a bit of a,
What? A player? Because you know him so well?
I mean, yeah.
How about this? For the last year, he's been back home, not in LA. And we've been dating. For the past 4 months, we've been living together.
Okay.
And for the last week, I've been waiting for my period.
Say what?
You two are such good friends that you don't actually talk about anything.
But you're my sister.
I am not a little girl anymore. This is the most ridiculous bathing suit I've ever seen. I made one dive and bam, it's gone. And you, Pops, see, not a little girl.
And that film was so much fun to make. We had a lake house and it was during the summertime. And we filmed all day and formed special bonds with the whole cast. And I will never forget that summer. We had so many laughs, so much fun cooking dinner together, going out in the lake for night swims. And then the movie just turned out amazing. I will always remember The Last Beautiful Girl and The 5-Year and everyone at Twitchy Dolphin for even giving me the opportunity to act in those movies. So, when's my birthday?
Oh, February.
Very good. Here's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
What sport did I do in high school?
Swimming.
Close. Diving.
Okay, you gotta jump first, then you swim.
Middle name?
Catherine.
Marie.
Oh, well, close enough. They're both very Catholic.
What's my favorite day? Remember, I texted you to join me in the family. It's the day I enjoy most out of the year.
Your birthday.
No.
No?
My favorite day. I told you. My family, we've always picked a day out of the year. Pops is opening day of baseball season, and the family gets together and goes to the Astros game. So mine is... And I texted you. Had you pretend to just stumble upon us so I could spend it with you.
I don't... Fallon?
Get off me.
Wait.
Just let me go.
Come on, don't be up.
Don't say anything you'll regret.
American Saint, Saturday night. The teenage kids, the bottle of wine. Counting down the days, can blow this time. Tonight it's just practice, they turn it around. They say freedom like red and white. It's all that you need, but nothing at all.
The 5-Year, out of all of the Twitchy Dolphin projects that I worked on, was probably my favorite. Firstly, because it was a location shoot, and those are always fun to do. Lake Travis was a beautiful location to shoot at. But also the fact that the cast and crew lived together on location in the house that we shot at. We spent, I believe, something like 10 days all living in that house together. And normally on film sets, cast members get really close and crew members get really close, but there's not really a bond between the two separate halves of the project. But it was really cool with this one because we all got to, after we would cut for the day, we would all be able to hang out and build bonds with each other, a lot of which still last to this day. And I think that had we not all been in that same place together, building off of each other, the movie wouldn't have turned out as great as it did. In my opinion, it's the best film that we've done at Twitchy Dolphin ever.
So much of what we learned on Last Beautiful Girl went into play when we started planning the 5-year. We knew we wanted everyone together on set. We knew we wanted an ensemble cast, and Jim, I believe it was during the middle of The Last Beautiful Girl that he woke up with the idea for the 5-year and told us about it, and we were all immediately on board. And it ended up being such a great experience. I remember combing through Airbnb trying to find a lake house for us and finally finding one. And it ended up being like a vacation, a working vacation of some sort. But at the end of the day, it didn't even feel like work. We'd wake up, we'd eat breakfast together, we'd shoot so many pages really, because we were in the same room that we had shot in yesterday for all of the interior scenes at the lake house. And we got it done all while having such a fulfilling creative and artistic experience on top of building relationships with each other.
What's wrong with you guys?
While someone was getting taken care of, I caught Pierce having a wet dream about Karen while Pops was in the middle of professing his love to Sarah, and that was just before he and Matt punched Pierce's lights out. So, yeah, we're all a little less than perfect.
Are you okay?
She's fine, I'm sure.
I'm just saying, maybe she's not ready.
Isn't that up to her?
It only has been.
And why does everyone know what I want when I don't even know what I want right now?
Pam, what happened with Pierce?
Gonna fix our marriage, Mom.
No, I just didn't know.
Oh, yeah, because you aren't actually our parents, so it's not actually your job to fix everything.
I just know how difficult a marriage can be.
Can it? Really? Because you married a guy almost twice your age, then popped out some kids and have this perfect life up on a hill with Katniss or whatever the fuck your kids' names are. I mean, why couldn't you just give them a normal name so they could go to Disneyland and get a little, like, license plate for their bike like everyone else? Oh, yeah, that's right, because being like everyone else just isn't good enough for you. You have to be better, just like in school. More cars, more clothes, more money. So, oh, do you know, because I would love to know what marital advice you have that would cause you to throw away a perfect fucking existence by fucking a fucking bartender.
Derek Babb, and he's, I think, the only actor I'm going to mention that didn't fulfill him being in the movie. And I'm going to mention his name because I don't hold any ill will for him. You know, I've talked before where sometimes an actor who is growing in his craft like Derek is, and as good as he is in his craft like Derek is going to be met with opportunities that can do things that we just can't do, i.e. Lots of money. And that's important. Money's important. And he wasn't able to do the film. And, you know, obviously I was hurt at the time. I was crushed. But then it was Jason's idea and Eric Adair's idea that I should just do it. And at first, it was a hard no. And I think I was trapped in that writer mind of, well, no, I had written these guys all as the same age. It doesn't make any sense. Even clean shaven, I don't look their age. Even just, you know, and the fact of the matter is I was 280 something pounds at the time. I jokingly, and both my wife and Alicia Rivera hate that I call it this. I'll sometimes call the movie Princess and the Whale because she's like 4'11" and 3/4. I'll get yelled at if I get it wrong. And I am 5'11" and 288 pounds. But at the end of the day, this movie is about chemistry. And we had cast it before there was a script. They worked through the script with me. We had table readings. We had Zoom calls before there were Zoom calls. And they were comfortable. So the choice really was, what is best for the film? Bring in another actor who they don't know. Now we're going to be expected to live together. Or figure out a way that it makes sense for me to be in the movie because they already knew me. We were already comfortable. And we went with the second route and it changed my life fundamentally. It was so much fun. It was difficult at first to figure out, how to handle me directing myself. And I had Mike direct a couple of scenes and it worked, but I didn't feel as ingrained. So we kind of slid out of that. But it was a time of my life getting to act with Mike and getting to kind of do our riff on Han Solo and Lando Calrissian, which was not in the script before. Like, that was definitely a Jim's in the movie now, and we need to figure out how this works. So Mike and I are going to be the best friends in the movie because of course, and we got to do our "you son of a bitch" scene.
What the hell was that? This is a well-earned beer gut. What the hell is that? My hair. Is it? Is it really? It's good to see you, brother. You too, man.
We had Alicia in the movie who she wasn't supposed to be in the film. I had met her at Bare Bones with Cedric in April, so 3 months before we shot. And if you've seen her act, you know she and Stephanie, 1A, 1B for me. And she just had to do a table read because the movie was in competition and blew me away. And I remember Cedric being like, you need to put Lish in the film, but I'd cast the movie. Well, someone bailed in a much less graceful way. And I think Jessica's can nod at me. That part went uncast for 7 minutes. Jessica's nodding yes. It was an immediate phone call. I think I had Lish back in the part before I actually told the producers we had to make a change.
Hi, I'm Alicia Bevetta, and I played Sarah in The 5 Year. That was my first production with Twitchy Dolphin Films. And as an actress, when you start working with a production company for the first time, you kind of have that mindset of, okay, I'm here to do a job. Am I going to fit in? Am I not going to fit in? Am I going to be too much? Kind of got to read the vibes. But being on set with Twitchy Dolphin and everybody involved and the cast and crew, it was one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had the honor to be a part of. We lived on set, we filmed, so it was work and play. It felt like a summer camp, honestly. And we filmed during the day. We went to Nylagar at night. Our first night, we had a sing-along, which was amazing. So at that moment, I knew, okay, these people are gonna be my family. When this production's over, I love these people. So I would say till this day, that has been my all-time favorite filming experience.
You still don't get it, do you? I am always going to miss him. A part of me died in Afghanistan. I have never been one to be a delicate flower. I miss him. But everyone needs to stop tiptoeing around me. He would want me to be happy. And I want to be happy.
And that was just so much fun getting to act with her because, and if you've been to ARF and you see us together in an awards ceremony, we're very funny together. I think we do a good job of riffing. And so I think that we were able to build up the fact that we might have had some kind of a connection before things happened. Shelby Cullen is great in the movie. Tracy Ely gives an amazing dramatic performance.
I don't want to go back. I know, sweetie. But we're going to be better about keeping in touch. Peter's cheating on me. Oh no. I found a bunch of text messages, but that wasn't the start. My life. I don't even know who I am anymore. I just know I can't be this person.
You don't have to be. She's right. You can do whatever you want.
The happiest I've ever been in my life is when I'm with you people. Even though I'm bossy and I'm pushy, y'all put up with it way more than anyone else. But I'm so lost, and I need you. I feel like we're better together than we are apart.
Richard coming in, just for a day, just to be an asshole. Like, it was just, everything seemed to roll in. And I think it had everything to do with the fact that it felt like a bunch of people pushing in one direction. It's a movie I'm immensely proud of. It is something that, you know, it was a movie that represented a time in our lives, really with D-ville, where no longer was the newest movie we made the best movie because we learned how to make movies better. Now our movies were just, I guess, good, and people could take them whether they like the story or not. And I think that was a good moment for me. And I didn't realize that the 5-year would be next to last, but it's a movie that I still, to this day, have nothing but fond memories.
The 5-year was such a hot shoot. There were several days where, like, as the producer, I was starting to get concerned because there were heat advisories in effect. So there were days when we had to change our schedules around for the heat. And at one point I turned to Jim and I was like, next year, can we please shoot in the winter? And that turned into shooting a Christmas movie. So I got what I wanted.
Searching for